Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about that Biden per mile fee that everybody's talking about, saying it's going to be in the infrastructure bill. It's going to be 8 cents a mile for when you drive your car. You're going to have to pay 8 cents every mile. That was wild. A whole bunch of people here in Florida were talking about it. So I started looking into it, and I looked in that bill. I looked around, tried to find something about it. Couldn't find anything at all about it, almost like it doesn't exist because it's not real and it doesn't exist, and it's something that just was made up by a former Trump speechwriter that tweeted it out on September 28th. It's not real. What is in the bill, what is part of this, is a study to look into the feasibility of funding highways and interstates and stuff like that through some kind of usage fee. That's what's in it. There isn't a tax per mile on there. It's certainly not 8 cents. It's just not real. So if your favorite source of information has been railing about this the last few days, maybe you want a different source of information. Those people in Florida who I talked to about it, those were fun conversations. Because realistically, it's going to be really hard to track everybody's odometer. So that's not how they would do it. If you wanted to impose some kind of usage fee for highways and pay for infrastructure in that route, well, you would probably just tack a tax on the gas. You know, that would make sense, because you would end up like kind of paying for it based on usage. And when I told people this in Florida, they said that if that happened, it would be just the end of the economy. The whole economy would shut down if there was, a 3 or 4 cent tax per gallon placed on fuel. And they got really mad when I pointed out that we already have it. We already have it. In the state of Florida, 18.4 cents per gallon goes to the feds, with an additional 26.5 cents per gallon going to the state. It already exists. It already exists. It's a thing. It's pretty common. So the fear-mongering over it seems a little overdone, given the fact that all those people who said the economy would just completely collapse if this was imposed had no clue that it already existed. And in Florida, it's funny that nobody knows it here, because I think we are the highest, if we're not, we're one of the highest in the country when it comes to taxes on fuel. So this whole scandal, this whole wave of debate over this topic is pointless because it doesn't actually exist. So I want to take this moment to point to something. A lot of times we debunk information on this channel, and we talk about the various things that can be used to kind of sift through the massive information that's on the web and come away with the right answers. Somebody pointed out that the way I do it requires an understanding of logistics, and there has to be a better way that is more accessible for people. So I want to point everybody to an AP series. The Associated Press has a series of articles. I think they put them out once a week, and it's called Not Real News. It sounds like something that would be a Saturday Night Live skit. And what these articles do is they go through, they take the various claims from the week, and they explain not just where they're wrong, where they're misinformation, and how to debunk them, but it explains like how it originated, how the story developed. And it is able to kind of guide people in what to look for when it comes to faulty information being circulated widely online. So AP Not Real News is definitely something worth reading once a week if you have the time. But I would not worry about an 8 cent per mile gas or 8 cent per mile fee. That's not a thing. It's not in there. That's just made up. Although I would imagine at some point in the future there will be higher taxes on gas, not just to pay for infrastructure, but to discourage use and encourage the switch to electric. That's probably going to happen. So, anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.